Hi, my name is Giselle Monbiot. We've returned now for my weekly tips and techniques on how to avoid depression and anxiety during lockdown. We've been going on for quite a long time now, and it's almost becoming how our life is, but just for the moment. I hope you're all okay. I hope you're keeping safe, and I hope that you are experiencing happiness amongst the difficulties that we're experiencing. In regards to these weekly posts that I'm doing, on no level am I just trying to make out that if you just do these things, everything will be happy and positive and great every second of the day. But I think it's really useful to know there are various things that you can do to help yourself and help your family and help your loved ones to be able to get through this and know that you will get through this. And there's always different choices that we can make in our daily routine to help ourselves a bit. So today we're going to be looking at gratitude and how, if we bring gratitude into our lives, how that can have a seriously positive impact on our emotional well-being. Gratitude has been talked about for a long time, and there's been a lot of research into it, and this has shown that if you're able to bring gratitude, just spending some time every day on the things that you feel grateful for, there is a marked improvement in your emotional well-being. So today we're going to be looking at the benefits of gratitude, and then I'm going to talk you through 3 different techniques that you can do, one of which is a gratitude meditation. These are things that you can bring into your daily routine, and these are things that I'm really doing on a daily basis, especially if I feel that I'm having a bit of a tricky day. I really focus on things that I'm grateful for. The weather is just stunning, so if that is what I can concentrate on for a moment, then that's great, or a tree or something. But anyway, we'll be talking about that later. So just thinking about the way our bodies and our brains respond when we are thinking worrying thoughts, when we're complaining in our heads or out to the outside, to people around us, when we are focusing on what's wrong in our life, our brains feel that we're being attacked. Our brains feel that we need to go into defense. So quite naturally, the adrenaline is flushed through the system. Our threat response is meant to be ignited, the right word, but anyway, set off to protect us in the short term. It's there to ensure that if a saber-toothed tiger comes to attack us, we can either run from it or we can fight it. It's only meant to be a short-term effect. But when we're worrying and focusing on everything that's wrong, and we're never taking a break from that, this adrenaline is constantly flushing through your system. So this can have a very big impact on many different areas. So when we are feeling or noticing gratitude, when we are actually evoking a feeling of gratitude, it's impossible to feel stressed. You can't feel stressed and grateful at the same time. And the wonderful thing about when you are in a state of gratitude is it releases a very different hormone, and the hormone that it releases is oxytocin. And oxytocin is the hormone of love. It's the feeling you get when you hug someone close to you. It's the feeling you get when you stroke a dog. It's the feeling you get, when you're in a group of people that really get you and you get them. And the interesting thing is, when you are releasing oxytocin into your system, your body starts healing. It's a really, really beautiful hormone. Not only does it make you feel good emotionally, it makes your body feel good and it rejuvenates your body. So it's really important to remember this and to start trying to incorporate it. So one of the benefits of bringing gratitude into your life is it improves your health. If that adrenaline isn't being, too much adrenaline in your body starts weakening the immune system. Too much adrenaline in the system can start affecting your cardiovascular system. It can increase your blood pressure. It can also be a cause of diabetes. So when we start reducing that sense of worry and that sense of stress, and we start to notice what's good around us as opposed to just always focusing on what's bad, it means our bodies can start healing. It means that we can feel stronger. It means we can feel more stamina. have more stamina, and then that means maybe you will start making better eating choices. It might mean that you start being able to exercise more. It might mean that your blood pressure can start working itself out. I'm not saying it's the only answer to health, but it can have a very big impact on our health. And I think especially right now, we need to be really nourishing our immune system the best we can. So give yourself permission to notice the things that you feel grateful for, because you'll be doing yourself an immense favour. Another thing that it can really do is help with your emotions. So as I said earlier, you can't feel really anxious and have gratitude at the same time. And the things with emotions and thoughts, they're kind of a self-fulfilling thing. So if you're feeling very anxious thoughts, the brain clicks into gear and goes, I'm feeling anxious. Oh, there's a threat. Let's release the adrenaline. Your heart starts beating. You start feeling sort of that sense of anxiety. So your thoughts start to go, I'm feeling really anxious. Oh no, the thoughts start becoming more anxious, at which the brain goes, oh God, I'm really anxious now. And so more adrenaline starts flushing. It's a really difficult loop to get out of. And I know that I've experienced it, and I'm sure that you've experienced it too. Just when you're in that, just can't escape that worry, anxiety loop. And I'm sure, right now is a challenge for that. But on the flip side, if you're able to start altering the way your thoughts are, and you can start sort of noticing the gratitude, the things to be grateful, notice things that are going well, because there are things that are going well at the moment as well as not. What happens is the adrenaline starts shutting down, and your automatic nervous system starts relaxing, and then your emotional state becomes more relaxed. So it really helps your emotions. It brings more happiness, it brings more joy, it brings more contentment. And then when you're feeling happy, when you're feeling joy, it's amazing how that can start really impacting people around you as well. So that sort of leads on to how it can improve relationships. We all must have had experiences of how we're feeling has a big impact on the people around us. I know with my children, if I'm feeling very stressed, if I'm feeling anxious, I'm just completely overwhelmed, how I respond to their anxieties or their demands or needs or just them in general is completely different than how I respond to those exact same needs, but when I'm in a good, relaxed state. It's a totally different response. And then the knock-on effect from those different responses are quite immense as well. Also, it really helps your work life. When we're in that very stressed state, our brainwaves become very incoherent. It's really hard to organise yourself, manage your time, be efficient. And also just the everyday things can be that much more draggy, or if your adrenaline levels are high, then you get an email and you think, oh God, it's another thing to add to myself. So your work life can get a lot better because you're not wasting so much time being a lack of organisation. So I briefly talked over that. But yeah, the benefits of gratitude are immense. So there are 3 really lovely, easy techniques you can do. If you're a parent, you can do this with your children. This is something that you could maybe share with other friends and family that you're not with. You could do an online video and you could talk about your gratitude things. So it's a really nice thing to do because it really raises the spirits. So the first thing I want to tell you about is something called 3 gifts. This is something that you do every day, and it's best to do it before you go to bed if possible, but obviously depending on your routine. I sometimes do this with my family as well. It's a nice thing to share. And it's about writing the 3 main gifts of your day. No more than 3, no less than 3. If you've had a really, really bad day, think of 3. If you've had the best day of your life, only 3. So you have to think of those 3 gifts. I'm not talking about presents wrapped up in wrapping paper. Well, I'm talking about those things that really made you feel great. If I could think of 3 gifts, would be my 3 gifts is the sunshine. My 3 gifts are the fact I've got my 3 lovely children. My other gift might be the blossom that's on my tree. your gift might be the fact you don't have three children. I'm sure there's a lot of people out there relieved that's not what they're having to deal with. So it's just something really nice to do every day. And the reason why this is so good is the way our unconscious is working. Is, our conscious is constantly filtering information for our conscious mind to understand and to become aware of. If you're feeling grumpy, if you're feeling anxious, then what you will be doing, what your unconscious starts to do, is looking for things to confirm to you what you're feeling is correct. When you do these gratitude exercises, what happens is you start looking out for things. So you might suddenly think, oh, that would be good for my 3 gifts. And you start to become, not only do you start to think about it, you start to become more aware of it. So you start becoming more primed to look for the things which make you feel grateful. The important thing about any of these gratitude techniques that I'm teaching you right now is you experience the feeling again. So it's not about going, I feel grateful for the sun, I feel grateful for my 3 children, I feel grateful for my blossom. It's about thinking about how you feel, how that makes you feel. When I think about the sunshine and the warmth and the feeling I get in my chest and the warmth of that and how much I love it and how relaxed I feel on that. When I'm thinking about my 3 children, I wouldn't necessarily be thinking about them refusing to do their homeschooling today, but more about how I feel when we're sitting immersed watching a film together all snuggled up, and I will think about that, and I think about that and I instantly feel the love. It's just about evoking that emotion. So that's the 3 gifts. Another thing you can do is a gratitude journal. Now you can do this daily or weekly, it just depends on sort of your own capabilities. It's not about making this a chore, this is meant to be making you feel happier and more content. So you can have a journal which you can write every day, write sort of about 5 things in your day that really made you feel grateful, once again really evoking that feeling. And it's really nice if you're feeling a bit glum and a bit miserable, you can have a read back about what you've written, and you can have a special journal for it, especially like you could do it with the 3 gifts as well, have a special journal for it. So when you are having one of those tough days, and we all have tough days, you can just have a little read and you can remember those experiences. The last thing I want to do is talk about the gratitude meditation, and this is a really lovely thing. So you first of all, you just sit and you relax, and then you think about the thing that day that's made you feel grateful. So you relive that and you just remember that a happy, grateful memory or a grateful activity. Then you think about the people in your life that have brought you those feelings of gratitude. And it's a really lovely thing to remember that. And I think especially at the moment, it's a really lovely meditation to be doing, because we are so apart from each other. And it's a really lovely way to reconnect. So I'm just going to spend a couple of minutes to introduce you to this meditation. And then what I might do is actually record a longer podcast, and then we'll put that out for you to be able to download if you wish. Okay, so if you just take a moment, and I wouldn't have thought you'd be driving or using heavy machinery at the moment, but please don't when you're listening to this. So just taking a moment to close your eyes if you feel safe to do so. And just bringing your attention to your breathing, not making any changes, just allowing that breath to go in and allowing that breath to go out. And as you allow yourself to focus in on that rhythm, noticing the points in which the breath is the most obvious to you. Maybe it's the tip of your nose, maybe it's the rise and fall of your chest. As you notice that going in and out. And then just taking the time to bring to your attention something that's happened to you today. Something that you feel grateful for. It might be a smile. It might be a message you've received. It might be that time of just having a bit of peace on your own for 5 minutes. Just remembering what that moment was like, what that time was like, how you felt, what you heard, what you saw. Really evoking that feeling, really remembering that wonderful experience. And then I want you to take your attention and thinking about the people within your life that you feel grateful for. Maybe these are people that you're sharing your home with at the moment. Maybe these are people that you're not able to see in person at the moment, but able to still have connection with them. And just bringing to your attention the first person that comes into your mind. Seeing them before you. What is it about that person that you feel so grateful for to have them in your life? Just reliving that. Experiencing it. Experiencing them. That connection that you share. Because the wonderful thing about doing something like this, that even if we can't be together in person, just bringing that person up so alive in your mind, in your mind's eye, means that it feels like that person is truly with you at this moment. Just allowing yourself to feel that feeling. And as you enjoy that, just knowing that you can visit this person anytime you need within your mind. Your opportunity to be with them, to experience with them, to love them. And all those things that you feel grateful about having that person within your life. And as I end this meditation, as you come close, come more into this room, knowing that you can revisit that place, that person, anytime that you need. So opening your eyes, I hope that you enjoyed that and got a taste for what that felt like. That is something that you can do for yourself whenever you wish. Now, the more advanced practice of that, which is a bit more challenging, is to be thinking about the things that you're grateful for, about maybe the people you don't like in your life, about the lessons they teach you, what they offer you. But, I wouldn't push that one if you don't feel you really want to. But it's really lovely, I think, at this moment to remember the people who are in our lives, and they will be back in person again one day, and be able to evoke that. And also maybe to actually let them know that that is what you've done, and you're able to bring them in and let them feel that sense of gratitude that you have for them. So I'll get a podcast done, a longer one of those, for you to be able to listen to, and then somehow we will let you know. If you're interested in having one of those podcasts, maybe just make a comment or email, and we will get that to you. So please keep safe. Next week we are going to be doing some Qigong. I know a fantastic man who is very passionate about it, who's very entertaining, and he is going to be joining me next Thursday, and I'm hoping he's going to be teaching us a few moves. So please take care of yourself, keep safe, and see you next week. Bye.